So now the infusion is complete. Epoxy is pretty much all gone, so that's a really good estimate as to how much I would need. You can see the entire part is turned black. That means it's wetted out fully. If you watch this right here, I've got little bubbles coming up. It's venting all the small amounts of air that are left over. So I'm allowing it to just sit, and I'll be checking in on the vacuum every 10 minutes or so just to make sure that this starts to set up right. And that's how I make the parts. Vacuum infusion. This is a little virtual tour of my workshop. This is where the magic happens. I have a door without a knob, so I just stick my hand in there. This is the garage. This is my workbench. I need to make a cupboard so that I can fit all my stuff that's like WD-40 and glue and mass airflow cleaner up on the wall up there. But it's a nice sturdy table and stuff. I had to build out this wall so that I would have walls. There's a giant hole there. And this is the other side of the wall. Put some fluorescent lights up there and there. You're probably getting blinded by them. I built out a workbench. Put up some shelving. Those are all sorts of different epoxies and release agents. That one's from Germany. That one's from California. That one's from Japan. That one's from France? US, France, those release agents. So I got all sorts of stuff from all over the world here. It's taken a while to figure out what works best. And then I keep all my fabric up here on rolls so I can bring them down to this shelf right here and roll them off and cut them on my table to make all the parts for this. So that allows me to more properly get the right shape and size for the carbon fiber. That way I'm not wasting anything. Got my shelves of stuff under here. Got molds. Here's a mold for a part. Actually, I have the part right here. This is the part. This one's messed up, that's why I still have it. See how the weave of the fabric is weird on the right hand side? But otherwise it's a good part. I didn't finish it though. And I got another windscreen mold. This is my first edition of this windscreen. This is the second edition, which works a lot better. It's easier to manage and handle. And actually uses less material. So that means money for me. And yeah, that's about it. There's my garbage can. Some extra fiberglass. Do a lot of fiberglassing to make the molds. Maybe if I retire, I'll make boats. But yeah, thought I'd give you a little tour of the place while I'm sitting here watching. I'm gonna watch this thing right here. See if it changes or not. So far, it's not changing more than I anticipate it to. So I can clamp it off and let it just sit. And then this part gets baked in the oven. And eventually I'm going to make an industrial oven for it to give me more even heating control. And it has a computer controller on it that allows me to set the temperature and have that temperature change after so many hours at one temperature. It can automatically send it up to another. So I can do staged heat treating, which gives me a lot higher strength to the parts. And allows them to withstand higher temperatures, which on a motorcycle, certain parts that are, for example, that part that I showed you earlier, that part goes right around a coolant reservoir, so that stuff gets hot. So if I can raise the working temperature of the epoxy, since essentially it's just plastic, If I can raise that temperature, that allows me to have a much, much better situation on my hands because I don't have to worry about it deforming or discoloring with heat. But that's what I do, and that's what I'm trying to do in a bigger scale. So, hello. Whoops. Did that zoom way out? Here's me not zoomed in on. Bye.